Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we need to move fast here if we're going to achieve this before the end of the game. Any way we slice it, it's going to be tight. We'll see how this goes. We're heading up this way to attempt to get ourselves some additional war score. We're also sieging down here simultaneously, and we're going to have to attack Azuran and Abyssinia simultaneously, I think, in order to make this happen in time. And even then, it's going to be very squishy. We're going to be kind of relying on luck a little bit. If we can continue the game after 1453, we might go a little bit further. We'll see. Looking at this timing, it's already pretty late. I don't know how realistic this is. We'll see. So we get some stack wiping done over here. Beautiful. We're at 54%. If we can go beyond 1453, we're going to, just for this episode. This episode is going to be the final episode of this series. That is a guarantee. So we're going to make our way down over this way and continue our sieges. We're at 66% war score here. Do we have to modify the game to go beyond 1453, or does CK3 allow us to? I can't remember. We'll find out. Regardless, this is under control here. So no problem there right now. And we're heading back over this way. Sure, we'll take Resplendent Raiment. We need to get out of Prestige Debt, right? So that sounds good to me. We're going to come around over this direction, see if we can fight anybody up over here. That would be amazing if we could. And we're going to continue our sieges down this direction. How much do we have from battles? 35%. We didn't catch anybody here. But we do catch these guys here. Now, these are back over this direction. Slightly awkward for us. And there's some rebels out over here, too. Oh, he's fighting Azuran. That is definitely awkward. Okay, so we're going to start making our way back over this way. These guys are going to walk into us. That's fine by me. This siege finishes. We can hit here. We're at 92%, 96%. And we're going to have a battle here. That should end it with this. Okay. War's over. It's 19th of September, 1452. Now, we're not out of this war because now we are defending against Azuran. This is a defensive war, so we're not going to get a truce, but we're definitely going to have to exceed the clock here if we want to get this done. Like I said, this will be the last episode, guaranteed. So we're going to walk up over here and look to fight some of these lads. Beautiful. They immediately stack wipe. So we need to group up over this direction-ish for the time being. We catch this force. And we just need to regroup a little bit here and get this war over as soon as we can. Which means that these lads need to be coming out over this direction. And we can just chill here waiting for these guys to walk in on us and get some stack wiping done. That looks good. But the game is about to end here. Like I said, we will be proceeding beyond the end date. I'm going to make a save on the 31st of December here, because the game is about to end. And we'll make a save right here just in case I have to modify the game. I can't remember if I changed that previously or not. We'll see. We'll see if the game ends here. I believe it's... Yeah, here's the end. Okay, so this is saying exit to menu. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going... This is very obnoxious. What we're going to do is we're not going to exit to the menu. I'm going to pause the recording here, and we're going to come back on the 31st of January, with the end date being somewhat later. I just want to get this done, right? And having a 4-minute episode doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay, and here we are back with the game not actually ending on 1453. So at this point, this is like an epilogue, right? From here on out. And really, that's kind of the last episode too, is in my opinion an epilogue, since we threw away the rules. But we're just going to do that. There we go. And these guys can walk down over this way. I changed the end date to be 1500. We are definitely not going to be going to 1500. By the way, in case you're curious, the way that you end up doing that is by, let me switch over. Oh yeah, display capture is going to be broken now, isn't it? Because there was an OBS update. Let me switch over here real quick, though. In your Crusader Kings 3 folder, Game Common Defines, there's this 00defines.txt here. You just change this end date. You cannot get achievements with this changed. So you'll need to scan your files through Steam if you want to get that back, or maybe just change it back. I don't know if that changes the checksum or not. I'd recommend just scanning your files through Steam to do that, to get the achievements back. But let's hop back over into the game here, and let's tick on forward and get this war over. Fantastic. I want to chase down these guys over here, I feel like. I was going to go after them, but then I was like, hang on a moment, there's these guys here. Cool. Azuran's capital's down there, so that's a ways out, but now that we're no longer too concerned about time, since we're in our epilogue period here, we can take our time to some degree. I'm not going to really take my time, because we, of course, need to make sure that this all happens within this episode, right? This is the last episode. 100% guaranteed. So we're going to make our way up over this direction. These guys are running straight at our siege force, which is very rude of them. This is a dumb idea. But I like dumb ideas. So we just raised up this Holy Order right in their path. That's going to delay them. It's not going to win, but it's going to delay them to allow our force to catch up here. Cool. And there we are. That was really cheesy. That was really, really cheesy. But we're going to... Cool. I'm actually surprised it let me do that, to be honest. And now we're going to walk up over this way to Bugaso. We're at 75% war score here. And we can get another 9% from battles. We'll get a couple. We should have ticking, right? Yeah, we have ticking now. And we're now... Actually, we're not capped here. Probably because this is defensive, is my guess. But we're going to walk down and hit this level 1 castle. That shouldn't take long to siege, even with a slow siege. And these two sieges combined will definitely get us what we need. Beautiful. Okay. So this fort is going to finish up here, and that will finish the war. And these guys do their independence demand. That's very rude of them. Very rude indeed. I will not be threatened. Okay, we'll rally the troops. Let's wrap up this war here. That definitely delays us a bit. But we will enforce these demands. There we go. If only they had waited an extra, like, 1 day, right? Let's see. Egypt is part of this. We can get ticking war score by hitting Egypt here. So if we just simply come in here. West Francia is the primary target. Okay. So I'm going to raise up a few extra troops here. How many do they have overall? 500,000. Okay, sure, whatever. I'm not too scared of that. Okay, so this betrothal has been fulfilled. There is still this rebel faction, which was why I didn't look at that previously. We have an available dynasty legacy. I'm not too concerned about this. This is the end of the game. I guess we could take, like, House of Warriors for some knight prowess. Whatever. It's completely fine. So we're on our way up over here, and I do want to make sure that we don't actually land this force too early. So we're just going to bring them up and park them in the Dead Sea for the moment. And we're just raising up a few extra units here, right? I'm not too concerned about raising up more. Stop trying to seduce me. Get out of here. Okay. 200k should be sufficient, and we'll head those on in, and these guys are on their way. Beautiful. Challenge to board game. We decline. We've got other problems right now. Okay. So it looks like now we can head in here. We are going to need a siege commander here. We could pay to recruit this guy. I don't care about 60 gold. Whatever. That's fine. So we're going to land over here and begin our siege. Beautiful. We'll group all of that together for the time being. And we'll just take over everything in Cairo for the moment. That will get ticking war score back on our side. Now, I want to come up here and fight these guys. So we're going to split off our bombards and these levy forces, while these guys come on up here and fight. Beautiful. We lost our siege commander. He might be in the other group. Nope, there we go. He just wasn't in that. Sure, that's fine. This guy's a siege commander too, so that's noted. Let's go ahead and grab Inspiring Rule for this moment. Okay. We need to wrap up this war as soon as we can. Realistically, a white piece is probably acceptable here. We'll go ahead and call a hunt. And we could theoretically found a university eventually too, but for now, this is fine. Okay, so we're going to fight up over here. Excellent. Ticking is on our side. We return home reinvigorated. And now let's go ahead and found that university. There we go. And then we'll head down into Fayum as soon as we can. This we stack wiped. Magnificent. Let's make our way up over here next. Okay, we'll hit Fayum. This guy wants to purchase a truce. Great Moravia. We actually accept that. Beautiful. Okay, so we'll get this siege done. We're at 25 out of our 100. Ticking is on our side. We also have 6% battle war score. It's not possible for them to win this war at this moment. We'll go hit Alexandria here. And we're going to fight up here. Hopefully getting more battle war score. At the very least, we're going to be taking back this location. How long is that siege going to be? 7 months. Okay, we'll leave a slow siege force here of around 15k, while these guys try to come up here and catch these units. In the meantime, we're taking Alexandria. This army is raising, which is potentially a problem. But we do catch this force. Wonderful. And this needs a siege commander, obviously. Let's see, who do we got? I guess we could pay to recruit this guy. Sure, whatever. That seems reasonably fine. Okay, so we win that fight. We're going to walk back over here. 7 months isn't too bad. How are we doing now? 47 for our occupation. Sounds good. That's too expensive. And 5 months. Yeah, that's fine. They have a lot of forces coming over here. This is actually good. We want this. Okay, I'm now going to walk away from this force by going up to Sullum. And we find ourselves at 53% war score. Once again, I'm going to split off a slow siege force here. That's probably too much. There we go. That'll do. And we will make sure that we've got a siege commander here of some description. That will be this guy. The rest of our forces are going to come down here. They'll take attrition on the way, but we're going to see about getting additional combat done. Beautiful. They don't seem to want anything to do with this. I don't blame them. This is quite a bit of attrition happening here. But they're spread out. Beautiful. Okay, how are things looking down here? These guys are embarking. I like it. We do need a new chancellor. That will be this guy. Beautiful. And we need a new steward. That will be this guy. Cool. So we're winning this battle. No problem whatsoever. Now, we could probably white piece this. We could. Do we want to white piece this? It's potentially a good option here. It gets us out of this war faster, but it does put us in a worse position overall. And these guys need to definitely come up over this way and try to resupply a bit. We're at 66% war score. Now we're at 67% war score. Sure, show this guy in. Now we're at 57. You know what? Let's just go ahead and white piece this. I don't want to fight this war. This is a waste of time. Cool. We'll disband our troops. Excellent. And now we go after Abyssinia, pressing this guy's claim. We don't quite have enough prestige to do it. Can we get the prestige? We're above our vassal limit right now. We can create this title. Beautiful. And we'll give that over to this fine gentleman here. And we can create this title. There we go. We'll give that to this fine gentleman right here. And we'll demand his conversion as well. Fantastic. Okay, so now we'll go after Abyssinia. Okay, we'll wait until the month 10 so that we don't take this fame penalty. There we go. Now we'll declare that. Beautiful. I'm also noticing this emirate here is now independent. We should probably seize that de jure. Consider it done. Okay, so we'll grab that real quick, and we'll let our prestige work on bringing itself back up. We'll grab our men-at-arms and some levy troops. We will need somewhere around 50,000. Okay, they have allies joining in, 78,000 and 9,000. No big problems there. Beautiful. So we'll go up to about 100k in total. That should be absolutely fine. We'll scale up to that. Cool. Actually, this is more scaling down at this point, realistically. And we'll head on in. Beautiful. So what faction is this? Is this still that peasant rabble? Yeah, they're just refusing to actually fire. Hilarious. Cool. So Abyssinia here will fall. There's no doubt about that. Let's go ahead and split off our bombards and our levy troops up to around 20k. And these guys will head on over this direction. Beautiful. So we'll take their capital. We're hoping for a very quick resolution to this particular... Any moment now. That's too expensive. Cool. So we're going to walk into their capital now. And we're going to win this battle handily. Is that a stack wipe? I would be a little bit surprised if it stack wiped here. Yeah, no stack wipe. We should definitely make our way back this way, as they may be retreating directly to their capital, which would be very rude if they did. Okay. They did not. They retreated near their capital. Sounds good to me. So we're going to move down this way and continue to siege. I was hoping to get a little bit more war score from taking their capital there, but alas, here we are. We're going to walk down over here and fight them yet again. Or some of them, anyway. Okay. Looks like he's going to fight the enemy forces down here for us. I like that. So that'll keep him busy for a bit, and we'll come in and fight them. I would like to come down over this direction. We find ourselves at 52% war score at this juncture. Okay. So he's piling these forces in. They are irrelevant. We don't care about them. And we take over this siege, which will go nice and quick. Which will actually end this war. So that's beautiful. Let's walk down over here for the time being. Actually, let's go here. We're 81% war score now. This war is over. We enforce those demands. And from there, we'll walk over here and slow siege this. That'll go quick. Will taking this county end the war? Potentially. But I think the odds on that are a little low. Okay, we'll walk these guys down here, and then we'll go... Actually, it did end the war. Wild. So we enforce those demands and disband our troops. Beautiful. So there's Abyssinia under our control. Now for Azuran. Our claimant appears to have vanished. What do we got here? Now, we are allowed to invite to court now. But I feel like we had somebody. He may have died. That's a possibility. Now, there's a lot of these that we could potentially press the claim on. We're just going to go for this top guy. Invite to court. Fantastic. Nice and easy. This is illegal under the normal rules of the game, but we waived those for this epilogue period. So we will demand this guy's conversion. There we go. He is now Zaidi. Perfect. And now we declare this war. 39-38, but we don't actually care about going negative in our prestige at this moment. It will take a fame penalty. We don't care. Completely and totally irrelevant. We'll work our way out of this fame penalty, and then we should be able to do de jure claims on Outer Azuran, is the idea. We can get the Empire of Abyssinia. We should be able to get the Empire of Azuran as well. So let's transfer this guy over since we are above our vassal limit. Okay, and then we'll go after Azuran, I think from the south here. So we'll go over here with our men-at-arms and our levy troops, and this guy has like 50k. Sure. He brings in a holy order, 60k. He brings in an ally, 70k. Doesn't matter. These numbers are irrelevant. So we're going to raise up around 100k. I'll be fine. Secret was exposed. We don't care. Cool. And in we go. We're with Outer Azuran too, which is kind of funny. Okay, so we see their primary forces. They are avoiding us at this moment. And I can't say I blame them. Let's go ahead and split off a levy, or rather, split off a siege force here. And these guys are going to head up over this direction. Cool. We will continue to siege, and this guy is our best siege commander. Perfect. And that puts us immediately at 14% war score. That's not a lot, but we're working our way over towards their capital eventually. And we're going to fight them up here. Do we expect stack wipes? No, I'm not expecting stack wipes out of this. Yeah, I don't think that happens. Cool. True ruler. Offer vassalization acceptance. I mean, maybe. That might be useful. They might be heading to their capital here. I'm not sure where. These guys are retreating pretty much to their capital. Let's hop down over this direction for now to cover our siege force. Since we don't know exactly where they're going to be, we can come up here and fight Outer Azuran's army. That should stack wipe. Actually, it didn't, but that's fine. We're going to make our way down over this direction. We find ourselves at 44% war score here. You'll find no deal here. Okay, so I'm not shocked that they're doing this. I'd hoped that they wouldn't, but they're smart enough to do that. Sounds good. That's a good play. Can we retreat yet? No. So our siege force got stack wiped there. Unsurprising. We'll just re-raise our men-at-arms. It's okay. And we'll raise a few levy troops as well for that. No big deal. It's completely and totally fine. Okay. So we're going to head down over this direction. And I'm keeping an eye on these guys. Are they planning on attacking here? If so, we let them walk in. Hilarious. And we immediately drop our Holy Order. Boom. Fantastic. Now, all of these guys are on their way over to try to stack wipe this. I don't feel like they win this. Indeed, they do not. And we've got 200k units here. Okay, so we're going to deselect these guys, group these together, and we're going to walk up over here. Our siege force is a little bit overkill at this point, to be honest. So over we head, and we'll see what we catch. These guys are almost all levy troops, by the way. They're pretty crappy at their jobs. Okay. We actually stack wiped that force. Hilarious. And let's make our way on up. Let's see what we catch here. We're going to catch something. All of them. Beautiful. That will stack wipe. Fantastic. Okay, now is the moment where we really wish we had siege weapons, but we don't. So I think we just run at their capital here, to be honest. That'll do just fine. So let's run at their capital while we continue to raise this up. Let's go up to speed 5. since at this point, we're just mostly chilling. 21 months. Okay. I was going to say, are you going to try this again? No, they did not. Okay, so our siege force is here. Now, unfortunately, their main force is here. We're going to have to leave behind a force here. We'll go for like 50k. There we go. While these guys make their way up to come get our siege force. The siege force can try to scoot down over here and avoid these guys. Oh, okay, they're not actually pursuing our siege force. I love it. So let's go ahead and split off a few levy troops here, just to make sure we have enough to siege with. There we go. And they're going to come down over here while we come up and fight. Excellent. The war is over. They just don't know it yet. Okay, so there's that battle won. We can't get more war score from battles, unfortunately. This siege is over, which puts us at 94% war score. And this siege will end as well. Ending the war. Perfect. War is over. Disband troops. Now, from here, the plan is we create the Empire of Abyssinia. I expected that we'd be able to create the Empire of Azuran. We're one county short. Oof. This guy is our prisoner. Which is interesting. Very interesting, in fact. Can we get a hook? We can. I don't think that's going to be enough to offer him vassalage. No. No, it is not. What about kingdom titles? Outer Azuran is its own kingdom. So we're going to have to, unfortunately, look for a claimant here. I mean, we've got this guy who would actually be legal for us to grab. So we can demand his conversion and recruit him, but he refuses to do that. Let's try this guy. Demand conversion, recruit. Done. Beautiful. So this guy converts over, and that's actually completely legal for us to do. That's the method that we primarily use to expand throughout the normal series. So that's great. We can now press this guy's claim on the Kingdom of Outer Azuran. We'll go negative here. We don't care. That's completely fine. So there we go. How much extra time do we end up needing? Like I said, under 10 years. So that's all fine. What do we got here? 18,000. So really, this is more than enough. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to split off our siege force. Bombards levy troops. That should be enough. They're going to head out over here with a siege commander, while these guys head on up and look to fight. This war will be over very shortly. We're not too concerned about this at all. This will all stack wipe. Fantastic. I'll visit my court when I see fit. Okay, war is over. So we will enforce those demands and disband troops. And just like that, it's not even 1460. And we got there. We had to break the rules a bit to get it done that quickly. But we were well on our way, to be honest. And I just thought it would be more interesting to do it this way, rather than just sit there and wait for the end, which was going to be what it would have to be otherwise. So let's go ahead and unite Africa. There we go. No one thought it could be done, yet here I stand, the Malika al-Muzama over all of Africa. From the Atlantic coast to the Eastern Ocean, every tribe, sultan, and sheik now bow to me. My subjects come from all walks of life, but I will bring us together and forge a new path. From this day on, we are one people under Allah. Glory to Africa, apparently. Fantastic. We're now the unifier of Africa. And with that, it is time for this series to come to an end. We sort of achieved all of our goals. I just want to double check here. Yeah, our husband is in line for this throne. And as far as the next in line goes, we're going to need a female, or we're going to need a male heir. for that to happen, but we can definitely inherit this. So that's all lined up correctly. We managed to get all of Scandinavia, managed to get all of Britannia, managed to get Germania, Francia, Italia, Iberia's under control, and we were well on our way to getting all of Africa, but we just couldn't quite get there in the time period with the rule set as it was. Once we threw the rule set out the window, we just needed an extra 6 years. We would have gotten there without throwing the rule set out the window with an extra 20, probably, is my guess. But it is time for this series to end, as all series must. It was a good one. I enjoyed it. But I'm thinking maybe something a little bit more aggressive next time. My hands were really tied this time. That rule set was a bit of a kicker. Kicker? That's not really a good word for it. More of a killer. Yeah. That rule set was tough. No doubt about that. Hands were very tied. But you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the hands. Wow, I'm just thinking about hands right now. Fantastic. In the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Catherall, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisil, Kadra, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time. Whatever next time ends up being.